Got a cool use case from a prospect that has to do with adding up setup fees for each product. Now, out of the box HubSpot, this can't do it, but when you quote Happily, it's easy peasy. In this instance, each product has a certain setup fee to it. So you need to multiply that times the quantity of each product to have a total setup fee. You don't want to have a bunch of different line items here. You want to calculate that setup fee, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Check it out. What we're creating inside of Quote Happily are roll-ups. Now, I'm going to do my Sega Genesis, my Nintendo, and my Super Nintendo roll-up. And that is just going to add up the quantity of every single line item that has that name, so I can have a variable that has that particular quantity that's completely dynamic. When we have our 3 roll-ups, now we're able to create a calculated price for our console setup fees. Now, each different console has a different setup fee. The Sega Genesis fee is $5, the Super Nintendo one is $7, and the regular Nintendo is $3. What we've done is we've rolled these up, and now this variable holds the quantity of Sega Genesis in a particular quote. If there is none, it won't even be a part of the equation. Looking at how you can test this, because you can just test this just like a calculated property inside of HubSpot. If I had 2 Sega Genesis, 2 Super Nintendo, and 2 Nintendos, and the key is my list price for this given console setup fee is 1. You see, $30. That's how much my console setup fee will roll up to be. When you create a calculated price in Quote Happily, you then assign it to a product, and I'm going to assign it to the console setup fee product. Let's see this in action. Jumping to my deal, we're going to South by Southwest. They want us to set up a few consoles, so they're paying for the consoles, but they're also paying for the setup fees. I'll simply create my quote, add my line items. Now when I add my setup fee, you can see that it's been calculated already based upon my quantities. If I'm going to add 5 of these, 2 of these, and then they want 10 Genesis, you'll see my console setup fee is now set to $91, and I can see that calculation of how that's automatically made. So no need to have a bunch of different line items, no need to pull out the calculator, and no spreadsheets. And that's how you quote Happily.